2 Sports presents Scholastic Basketball. With John Dady and Mike Zambelli. Brought to you in part by the Vinart dealerships, Lehigh Valley Honda, Ford, Hyundai, and Suzuki on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile, and Lehigh Valley Acura on MacArthur Road in Whitehall. And by the Allentown Sports Medicine Clinic, providing medical care to area high school athletes for over 10 years. The Allentown Sports Medicine Clinic, located across from the fairgrounds in the west end of Allentown.
Hello there, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady along with Mike Zambelli, all set to bring you Championship District 11 basketball from Bethlehem Memorial Gym. Tonight, it's 4A action. In game number 1 tonight, Easton defeated Pottsville. And so Pottsville drops into the loser's bracket, and they will be the loser of this game number 2 between Whitehall and Parkland for the 3rd spot in the consolation game on Saturday night. Whitehall, the one we are covering right now, Harani Hassler Zephyrs, they are 21-6 on the season. They were 16-4 in East Penn Conference play, and they are the East Penn Conference champion. Their opponent tonight, the Trojans from Parkland, 12-8 in regular league play and a respectable 17-9 overall.
And a team really to be concerned about if you're Ron Hassler and Whitehall. They only met each other one time, and that game was a 6-point victory for the Zephyrs, but a game that was very close. Zahn, the second leading scorer in the East Penn Conference, and Fry combined for only 13 points in that game. They'll have to do better than that tonight if they expect to win.
All right, Mike, the score in that ball game was Whitehall 50, Parkland 44, and Matt Zahn, one of the top scorers in the East Penn Conference and the leading scorer for Parkland, only had 2 field goals, one of them a three-pointer, had 2 attempts on the foul line and missed them both. Homework?
Yeah, and they came, well, we did that game, and they came with 2 minutes left in the game, so Whitehall just did an extremely good job, and you throw in Jared Fry with only 8 points. Parkland's not going to win a lot of games if those 2 people only produce 13 points combined.
All right, now Parkland's a team that I thought in the East Penn Conference playoffs might have a shot at being a dark horse. If somebody beat Easton, I thought Parkland would have the shot to win it. You picked Whitehall. If Easton didn't win it, you were right, Whitehall did it. But this is the second meeting between these 2 schools. Both teams have advanced and have progressed. So tonight's shootout should be a good one.
Well, certainly Whitehall off their East Penn Conference championship the week they had here was just incredible for them. They did the things they needed to win, and they came out with Coach Hassler's first East Penn Conference championship. For Parkland, it's a different story. When they play, they're as good as anybody. As Allen found out, they beat them by 20 points in the quarterfinals the other night, and if they protect the basketball and make smart decisions offensively, hey, they have a heck of a shot to win this basketball game tonight and win perhaps their first District 11 championship.
This is why I said earlier in the season I would not bet against Parkland on any given night, because they have the tools, the horses, to beat anybody. Now, Allen beat them by 40-some points, and then Parkland bounced back to beat them 2 consecutive times, and as you mentioned last time, by 20. How do you figure that's a difference of 60 points?
Yeah, it really is, and I think it speaks a lot for the kids and their character. I mean, that takes a lot to come back. I mean, there were records. Wayne Thomas scored 40 points against them, and now you come back, and not only, like you said, you beat them the second time, but now you get into the districts and you knock them out of the whole tournament, and the Allen season is over, and you're still playing with a chance to make it to the States. That's a great turnaround, but I think it shows the quality of team that Parkland has. I mean, they were a legitimate contender to win the East Penn Conference. That didn't happen, and I still think you have to give them a chance to win the district championship.
All right, this is 4A semifinal action from Bethlehem Memorial Gym. The 2A boys are also in action tonight. We'll give you a rundown on that, and we'll give you a rundown on our upcoming basketball games, all on a Super 2. Let's tap this one off. It's Whitehall and Parkland.
doing here at ABE Car Care Center?
By getting the machine inspected. The sticker runs out tomorrow.
You always wait till the last minute.
Oh, stop your moaning. Besides, I got to get the brakes checked. It hasn't been stopping so good lately.
I wish I could get you to stop.
Get me to stop what?
Stop eating.
Don't bug me. I got enough confidence in me for the both of us.
You've got enough everything in you for the both of us.
Car Care Plus at ABE Car Care Centers.
From the little leagues to the big leagues, for working out to lounging around, suit up with Russell Athletic, now available at Bethlehem Sporting Goods. Bethlehem Sporting Goods, a Russell Athletic team specialist, carries a large selection of Russell Athletic tees, shorts, and uniforms. Plus, Bethlehem Sporting Goods offers custom lettering, screening, and embroidering of group and team Russell Athletic wear. Come by today for Russell Athletic wear and all sporting goods needs at Bethlehem Sporting Goods, the team sport and trophy specialist.
Even if you're just thinking about buying a new car or truck, come into Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Suzuki. There are over 500 cars and trucks starting at under $7,000. Payments under $125 a month. But you must come in now. Get the car you want at the price you want at the payment you can afford. And your trade will never be worth more. At Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Suzuki. A supermarket of selection and savings under one roof. Conveniently located on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
C.J. Wagner, trophies, plaques, and bowling supplies.
Hey, we're on the road again. This is only the second meeting between these two teams this season, Whitehall and Parkland. The first time around, Tuesday night, January 21st, 1992. Whitehall took a 24-19 halftime lead and then went on to defeat the visiting Trojans 50-44. The Zephyrs, in upping their East Penn Conference mark to 9-2 and 10-4 overall, got good scoring balance with Pete Lisicki leading the way with 16 points. Matt Zook followed with 14 and Steve Jones chipped in with 10. Greg Epstein was the only Trojan in double digits with 13 points, while the usual high-scoring Matt Zond was held to just 5 on a pair of field goals, one a three-pointer. He had 2 attempts from the foul line, and he missed them both. In the East Penn Conference regular season play, Whitehall wound up 16-4 in the league and 18-6 overall. The Zephyrs, then in the East Penn Conference playoffs, posted 3 big wins, defeating Diroff 60-44, Allen 38-36 in overtime, and then won the East Penn Conference championship with a 58-52 win over favored Easton. There's Ronnie Hassler on the left, Tony Marsicano on the right. Now the Zephyrs get off to a good start on the road to Hershey with a 52-41 win over Diroff in the district's quarterfinal round. At the same time, Parkland was posting a regular season East Penn Conference record of 12-8, and they were 16-8 overall at that point in the season. The Trojans lost an opening round East Penn Conference playoff game to Allentown Central Catholic 57-53. They opened District 11 play with an impressive 83-63 win over Allen. You have to remember the first time Parkland and Allen met this season, the Canaries humiliated the Trojans 99-57. But the last 2 meetings, Parkland did an about-face and defeated Allen 75-64 in an East Penn Conference game, and then wiped out the Canaries in the District 11 quarterfinal round 83-63. And so the Trojans could be tough, and on any given night could beat anyone. As I've said earlier in the season and on our pregame show, don't bet any time against the Trojans.
Well, you're looking at Pistol Pete Lisicki. He'll certainly be active tonight for the Zephyrs, the East Penn Conference champs. John, you're certainly right. Parkland, a team that you really have to be concerned about. They can put points on the board. Number 20 right there is Matt Zahn, the league's second leading scorer over the season in the East Penn Conference, and Steve Jones, captain for Whitehall. But Parkland, a funny team. They can get out of control. They can make some bad decisions offensively, and those are the things that have hurt them. So they need to stay disciplined. They need to certainly cut down on turnovers. And, John, I think most importantly tonight, they need to pass the ball well. If they pass the ball well, that means Zahn and Fry will get involved on the inside. If they don't, they're going to have all kind of problems with this Whitehall defense.
All right, Easton came up with a big fourth quarter to defeat Pottsville, 64-47. Also tonight, boys 2A action. Salisbury is meeting Jim Thorpe at Northern Lehigh, and Saucon Valley will match points with Catasauqua in a ball game over Dirup. In girls 3A action tonight, North Schuylkill meeting West Hazelton at Martz Hall in Pottsville, and Southern Lehigh will meet Bethlehem Catholic over Dirup. In girls 1A action tonight, we have Cardinal Brennan is meeting Notre Dame, and that is at Northern Lehigh. And Monomoy area is meeting Pottsville Nativity at Martz Hall in Pottsville.
So all kind of action going on. It's a great time of the year for basketball junkies. Boy, they're nothing but basketball. And we saw a good game here with Easton and Pottsville, the one before this. And Easton advancing to the District 11 finals. The winner here is who they will play. And boy, they really look sharp. Pottsville, a good basketball team, pulled an upset by beating Pocono Mountain, the number 10 seed. Pottsville came in and gave Easton all they wanted until Easton pulled away at the very end.
All right, due to constraints placed on us by District 11, Super Sports is limited to 2 cameras rather than our usual coverage of 3 or more. Once districts are over, we'll be back in action with at least 6 cameras and 2 slow-mo instant replay. And we thank you for your understanding. And sometimes I don't think it is really the District 11, but rather the company that they sold the rights to, who come up with these rules and regulations. Then you regular viewers of Super 2 Sports know that all year long and during the state championships, Super Sports has cameras on the floor to bring you up close and personal shots. District 11 won't permit that, and so we apologize that we can't bring you the usual tight shots of our regular season and state coverage.
You're looking at Matt Zahn again. That's Jared Fry, number 40, who was at the free throw line, and those 2 guys definitely need to be involved. Zahn, number 20, scored 33 points against Allen, and he was a second-team All-East Penn Conference performer during the year, and you know, he's certainly one of their key guys, but needs to stay under control. We talked a lot about Parkland. Whitehall's just doing the things that they need to do to win. They're playing great basketball. I thought they shocked everybody, including maybe us, when they came out and actually attacked that press that Easton put against them, and I think they must continue to do the same kind of thing. If Parkland shows them press tonight, when you break that initial line of defense, you got to attack that last guy. It creates 2-on-1s and 3-on-1s, and Whitehall has been doing an extremely good job of converting in that situation.
All right, Whitehall High School is the number 1 seed. They are the East Penn Conference champions. Parkland, the number 5 seed, the Trojans. And here's how Whitehall became the number 1 seed. They were 16-4 in East Penn Conference play. They won 3 ball games in the East Penn Conference shootout. They won 1 ball game so far in district playoffs, and their record overall is 21-6. For Parkland High School, the Trojans 12-8. They lost the 1 game in East Penn Conference play to Central Catholic, but they bounced back and won a game in district play defeating Allen, and so they are 17-9 overall. Tony Marsicano, former Hazelton High School standout in his 6th year as head coach at Parkland High. Ronnie Hassler, the former Catasauqua star, is in his 9th year at Whitehall.
Well, you know, for Coach Hassler, while that East Penn Conference tournament has been very nasty to him and anything but kind, you know, coming up with his first win this year, but District 11 tournament has been his personal showcase. In his 9th year, he has an opportunity to capture his 5th District 11 championship this year, including his 4th in a row. And if he would do that, he would certainly, you know, join some lofty company. There are only 2 schools have won 4 straight District 11 championships. The last team to do it was Dirup High School under Dick Schmidt when they won from 1966 to 1969. And before that, you have to go back to the 1949 through 52 seasons when Copley under Joe Steiner performed that, and Ron Hassler can join those two schools and those 2 programs, and what a goal that is certainly shoot for.
Well, we certainly hope that you enjoyed our 2 nail biters last night from over at Allen High School. In game number 1, the Vikings from Allentown Central Catholic had to come from behind to edge Liberty High School 34-33. And in a boys ball game, the Vikings from Allentown Central Catholic had to get a big last-minute effort from Greg Spang to defeat a spirited Tamaqua High School team for the Vikings to advance into the championship ball game, and they will be meeting Southern Lehigh Friday night down at the Kirby Fieldhouse on the Lafayette College campus, and Super 2 Sports, of course, will be there. There's Jim Haney on the left, Dave Bondel in the center, Joe Cantizaro on the right. Behind them, Etz Weidelman, long-time scorer, official scorer for Whitehall High School, PA announcer for the football season, and he already announced that he'll be retiring at the end of this season. Whitehall, of course, will not be going out for their pregame introduction, so let's run over. Let's first look at Parkland. Here comes Matt Zahn, number 20, a 6-foot senior. 21 is Joshua Stelzer, only a sophomore, 5'10". Number 30, that's Mike Longo, 6'4" junior. Number 40 is Jared Fry, a 6'5" junior. And rounding out the starting 5 will be number 30, Craig Ritter, a senior, 6'2".
Yeah, Ritter is surprised. We have not seen him play that often, a surprise starter.
Whitehall High School, as I mentioned, will not go out in the court, so let's run down their starting lineup. 32 is Pete Lisicki, 6'3" sophomore. 34, Chad Crisco, 6-foot junior. Number 44, Matt Zolt, a 6-foot junior. 20 is Jeff Clark, a 5'10" senior. And a fifth man will be number 50, Steve Jones, a 6'3" senior.
Tempo will be a real key tonight. You look at Whitehall, they will be the home team. You see them wearing their home white jerseys or white uniforms. Parkland in their traveling red will be the visitors on the scoreboard. Tempo, always a key when you play Whitehall. You need to somehow try and get them into your style of play, and if you like to run, you got to get out and press. And as I mentioned, Whitehall has been handling those presses, and not only handling, but producing points off that situation.
Mike, we have number 41, Jimmy Stroll, a 6'5" junior, starting now for Parkland. Tap-off underway, controlled by Jeff Clark of Whitehall.
Parkland man for man.
Lisicki gets it to Jones, does a 360, pops it up, not good. Followed up by Whitehall, not good. Ball knocked down out of bounds, and will be awarded to the Zephyrs. 30, Craig Ritter, 6'2" senior, surprise starter. Jimmy Stroll is a surprise starter. Zephyrs get it inbounds to Jones. Jones gets it over to Matt Zolt, lost the handle momentarily, got the ball back out to Cusco, who gets it over to Jeff Clark. Clark over to Cusco. Cusco to Lisicki.
Good defense. Good job by Stelzer breaking. That's a play Whitehall likes to run to free Lisicki at the top of the key.
Ball saved by Matt Zolt.
Stelzer, a nice job of fighting through that screen and getting up there.
No score in the ball game. 47 seconds of playing time has elapsed. Zolt, yes, for 3.
Zolt. The inability of Parkland to control the boards cost them a 3-pointer. That was a third shot opportunity for the Zephyrs.
The 6-foot junior puts a big tray up on the board. It's 3-0 Whitehall.
In the match that we're so used to seeing, although we saw a lot of different things against Easton in the East Penn Conference Championship game.
Jared Fry, or Greg Epstein, not good. And there's a whistle and a foul. And it'll be against Parkland.
Whitehall, a fundamentally sound team. They will not allow you a lot of second shots. Loose rebound is run down by number 44, Zolt. Personal foul goes against Jimmy Stroll, and that's his first of the night, our first of the night.
All right, here's Jeff Clark. Gets it over to Cusco. Chad in and through the paint. Jones travel with it. Little bit of backpedaling that time, get caught.
Well, they set a screen and a little deal for him on the low post, and when he caught the ball, and you don't have eyes in the back of your head. As a matter of fact, he only plays with one. But he didn't feel that there wasn't anybody there, and when he moved into a guy, and that caused the turnover.
Oh, nice semi-alley-oop that time. Pass intended for Jimmy Stroll, and he was fouled on a play.
Oh, and what a big key for Parkland tonight as you look at Pete Lisicki, not yet involved here tonight offensively. But what a big key to pass the ball to break down that zone. They need to pass the ball well tonight.
Foul against Lisicki. His first. Trojans trailing 3-0. Joshua Stelzer, boy, he can fire from outside of that perimeter.
He's coming off his second-best offensive performance of the year, 21 against Allen.
Greg Epstein. Well, he looks a lot like Fry, doesn't he?
Yes. Yes, and it looks to me also like he might have grown a little bit as the season has progressed. Epstein listed at 6'4", looks like maybe one of the taller players on the court right now.
Lisicki, not good. Ball taken out of the air by the Trojans, and that was by Epstein. There's Zahn underneath. The shot up and in by Craig Ritter. And Parkland goes ahead 4-3.
And a nice controlled break and a good pass and a nice finish. Those are the situations where sometimes it gets out of control for Parkland. They throw it away, they kick it away. Not that time.
Jones rebound, turns around, throws it up and in. Steve Jones, the 6'3" senior, with his first field goal. And Parkland, the number one, or rather Whitehall, the number 1 seed, goes up 5-4. Dawn gets it in the deep corner. Ball in the low post. The shot is up by Jimmy Stroll. And Jim picks up his first deuce. And the Trojans go ahead 6-5.
And another good offensive series for Parkland. A nice job of getting the ball down on that box where you can do something with it. And Stroll, who can score if he's given the ball in the right position. A nice turnaround jumper.
Clock taking a handoff from Lisicki. Jeff gets it into Jones. Off the glass, not good. Jones follows it up and in. Steve looks like he's going to have a good night.
What a good inlet pass by Clock. Will not get rewarded with an assist. Jones unable to convert on the first one, but hung in there and kicked it back in.
7-6. Whitehall, ball kicked by the Zephyrs. Substitution. Here comes Jared Fry. I wonder why he didn't start. Okay, they're calling him in now, and he'll be taking the place of Craig Ritter.
Well, I didn't get a chance to talk to Tony Marsicano, who you see right there, and I don't know why, but we've seen that a couple of times through the year. Fry tends to get in foul trouble, and maybe it's a situation. Fry's a hyper player. Maybe he just wants to let him settle down on the bench and then bring him off for a spark in that
nice
situation.
fadeaway by Jimmy Stroll, his second field goal. And that puts Parkland up 8-7.
Boy, and they are on fire offensively. 4 of 5, including their last 4. They missed their first one and now have converted 4 straight.
3:40 remaining in the first quarter. Pistol Pete.
Parkland doing a nice job of getting a body on him up around that 3-point circle.
Try to get underneath, knocked down out of bounds by Epstein. But touched last by a Zephyr, and so Parkland gets the ball.
Real nice denial inside. Now the Zephyrs full court press.
Joshua Stelzer to Matt Zahn. Cross court to Epstein. Just handed it over to Stelzer. Only a sophomore. 3 seniors, 5 juniors, 7 sophomores on his Parkland team. So they're young and they're big. Stelzer. Zahn. Oh, look at this. Jimmy Stroll. Where'd he come from? Third field goal for the 6'5" junior.
Well, the difference is another good pass inside. We saw Easton have all kind of problems breaking that zone down. Allen, the same thing. Parkland playing a heck of a first quarter here with some nifty passing inside.
Don't forget, the winner of this ball game will meet Easton. The loser of this ball game will meet Pottsville in a consolation game, because the district will send 3 teams into state PIAA play. Epstein rebounds, gets it to Zahn. Matt quickly up front for the Trojans. Hooks around a key, bounce pass to Stelzer. Semi-alley-oop, not good. Taken by Jeff Flock, and he is fouled by Stelzer.
That is the first Parkland turnover of the game, and an ill-advised pass, as you see, hard and off the bankboard, will result into a turnover. And then so often, sometimes in frustration, you make a mistake, you try and make up to it. It's good hustle, but it is a personal foul.
Cusco, Chad will inbounds, and he does to Jeff Clark. Parkland, Whitehall, 5 seniors, 7 juniors, and 1 sophomore, and that sophomore is 6'3" Pete Lisicki. Leading scorer in the ball club with the ball right now, gets it to Jones. Jones underneath on a beautiful play. Shot missed by Cusco. Rebounded by the Trojans. There's Jared Fry, and he is fouled by Clark. Jeff Clark charged with his first personal foul, and it's a second team foul.
Clark, a nice job getting back here defensively, but you see the speed and quickness of Jared Fry. There's your center handling the ball on the break, and the defense having a rough time getting back.
Epstein gets it to Zorn. Zorn off the glass, too high, too hard. Loose ball picked up by Stelzer, kicked out of bounds by Matt Zorn, and Whitehall will have it backcourt.
Good hustle by both teams. Neither team able to control. Kicked off Parkland, but that's what you want to see. And this is a little bit of a rivalry. These are close schools as far as location, with Parkland and Whitehall. Always a big rivalry in football, and they only played once in basketball, but this is a good rivalry.
Good crowd on hand to take this ball game in. Foul against the Zephyrs, and that'll be against Steve Jones, his first, and a team third. Inbounds to Matt Zorn.
Easton coaches now will go back to work as they just passed the booth here, and they will now scout this game. Not that they're not familiar with both these clubs.
Matt Zorn picks up his first field goal of the night. 12-7, Parkland. Biggest lead in the ball game by either team. And we have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining here in the first period.
John, and with that time left in the first quarter, this is without a doubt the best 7-minute stretch I have seen Parkland play all year long.
Jones. Steve picks up his third field goal. 12-9, the Trojans by 3. Look at that pass.
That's well done. They're showing
Yes.
nice patience. They're not forcing it. They're taking care of one thing at a time. You break the press, you get into the half-court offense, and then you work the ball, and they're making good passes.
Tony Marsicano in his 6th year. Here's Joshua Stelzer, Paul Stewart, Will Robertson, the assistants up at Parkland. Carmen Riola, the superintendent, Carl Tershak, the principal, and Don Fleming, the athletic director. Zorn gets in the corner to Epstein. 3-point attempt, not good. Rebound by Jimmy Stroll, not good. Who has it? Whitehall. Cusco. Here is Lisicki. Pete has to check off. Gets it back out the clock. 20 seconds.
Good hustle back defensively by Parkland.
Cusco, 6-foot junior, looks up at the clock and holds.
Ron Hassler, Starner to his left.
Clock. Lisicki throws it up for 3, not good. Rebounded by the Trojans. Matt Zorn, 1 second. That's the end of the quarter. It is Parkland 12, Whitehall 9. We'll be right back.
The wearing of the green is coming again to Service Electric Cable TV's Super 2. It's the annual Allentown St. Patrick's Day Parade, a Super 2 live exclusive. The parade kicks off at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March 15th. Super 2 will be live from the Allentown Chancery for complete coverage. Join me, Don Hunt, for the wearing of the green on Service Electric Cable TV, the Super 2.
Wouldn't it be terrific if you could take a 4-door sport utility vehicle, add 4-wheel drive, power steering, AM/FM stereo cassette, best 4x4 mileage in America, add a powerful 16-valve engine for any on- or off-road adventure, and call it the lowest priced 4-door 4x4 in America? You can. It's the 1992 Suzuki Sidekick 4-door, starting at just $11,995 at Lehigh Valley Suzuki, Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
C.J. Wagner, trophies, plaques, and bowling supplies.
Let's go. From the sideline.
Let's go, let's go.
To the front line. To the goal line. It's in your face football. Any closer, and you get clobbered. The World League on USA, starting March 21st.
All right, let's take you on an imaginary trip on a road to Hershey. Preliminary round action, 4A boys. Deeroff eliminated Pleasant Valley, 76-67. Pottsville defeated East Stroudsburg, 65-61. Second quarter underway. Mad Zahn. I'll give you the quarterfinal round in just a moment. Jimmy Stroll, double team, gets it out to Stelzer. Joshua is gone. Matt looks. Pulls, gets it to Epstein. Epstein back out to Stelzer. Joshua has clear sailing. Offensive foul against Stelzer, and that's his second personal foul. Very little action, very little contact. Quarterfinal round, Whitehall defeated Deeroff 52-41. Parkland walloped Allen 83-63. Pottsville 73, Pocono Mountain 60. And Easton took 2 overtimes to edge Nazareth, 92-87. Game number 1 tonight in a semifinal round. It was Easton 64, Pottsville 47.
Shooting percentages first quarter, Whitehall 4 of 12, 33.3%. Parkland 6 of 10, 60%. Whitehall committed 3 turnovers. Parkland committed 1.
Jones with a sport field goal. 12-11. Parkland by just 1.
And Jones has been the Whitehall offense. Lisicki yet to score a point.
Jones has 4 field goals, has 8 out of Whitehall's 11 points. The other was a 3-pointer by Matt Zook. Rebound by Zook. And here's Jeff Klock.
And that's another good offensive set, though, for Parkland. That is a good shot. You turn, you spin, you got a little 5-footer from inside. You just don't convert it. But if you keep getting that all night, you have a good shot at being successful.
Lisicki got a bullseye. 3-pointer from a rainbow from way out. And that puts the Zephyrs ahead, 14-12.
Well, Lisicki was able to lose the defense that time. He pointed out in the first half how Parkland was doing a good job of breaking through screens and getting some good pressure on him there. Not that time. Lisicki all alone.
Gone. Epstein. Stelzer. We had one game, Parkland, earlier in the year. Stelzer had 9 field goals. 6 of them were 3-pointers.
It was the second game of the year and still a season and career high for him. He did score 21 against Allen the other night, which is his second best effort offensively.
I'm surprised to see Jim Haney work this ball game. He gave up his high school schedule to concentrate on college ball. Fouls on Matt Zook, his first. None shooting. Terry Stout, another collegiate official here taking this ball game in. Hal Grossman, who conducts the Lehigh Valley Big 5 camp, is here learning something. Ball tapped right into the hands of a Trojan. Zahn underneath. Jimmy Stroll can't get the shot away. has to get it back out that's Ryan Howard rather, in there in a Parkland lineup right now. Replacing Stelzer, Joshua has 2 personal fouls.
Foul out on the perimeter. You don't see that too often with Whitehall defenses. Parkland showing pretty good patience here for the type of team they are. Like to run, like to transition. They're showing some good patience. You see the foul goes against number 20, Jeff Clark.
That's his second.
And he'll be replaced by Keith Giannicola, number 24.
Giannicola is a 6-foot junior. Howard Zahn. Oh, nice play. Ball knocked out of bounds, however, by Lisicki.
Well, that really was good movement of the ball, if not for the efforts of Lisicki. Nice job knifing back to negate that inlet pass. That was Tony Marsicano in the blue blazer.
Pete may have gotten a shot in the face that time. Zahn is blocked out. And a foul will be against Giannicola. His first. And that is the 16th foul against Whitehall.
And that's unusual. Parkland has only committed 3, and that's usually not, Whitehall usually does not get the worst of that situation.
Boy, Stroh give him a knee for effort that time. Ball deflected by the Zephyrs, looked like an interception, but he went airborne in traffic to pull it down. Zahn. Fry. Jarrett picks up his first deuce. He's a 6'5 junior. 14-14.
Excellent patience offensively by Parkland. Couple of fouls in there, but they worked the ball. They were patient. They did not force.
Rebound by the Zephyrs. Epstein flips it over to Zahn. Matt quickly up front. Gets it to Howard. Zahn. Epstein. Fry. High. No. Rebounded by the Zephyrs. Matt Zote quickly up over the timeline. Gets in the deep corner. The shot is up. And it is good for 3 by Lisicki. So Pete has 2 field goals, and they're both 3-pointers. And Whitehall was up 17-14.
Transition game has really been good for Whitehall as of late, including that East Penn Conference tournament. Excellent job of pushing the ball down the court. Lisicki, only a sophomore. He knew right where he was. He set his feet just beyond that 3-point line. Let's take a look at it now. You'll see Zote will push the ball down the floor. Lisicki has already checked to make sure he's behind that line. That's a nice transition basket right there. That for Whitehall is a high percentage shot with Lisicki pulling the trigger.
Easton defeating Pottsville in game number 1 tonight, 64-47, avenged an earlier season loss to the Crimson Tide by a 54-46 score. 54-46, Pottsville defeated Easton up at Pottsville.
Well, I'm really not surprised, John, to see Pottsville with the kind of team that they were. After what we saw with Tamaqua last night against Central Catholic, another good team coming from the coal regions, and Pottsville really had a young guy. I didn't get his name in the middle, only a junior, will be back next year, and really a well-coached and a good basketball team. They just, L.J. Bennett and company just really played a good half of third quarter and fourth quarter to pull out that victory. It was close up until that time.
That Easton loss, by the way, snapped the 12-game winning streak that the Rovers were riding at the time. Ronnie Hassler, Jerry Radoka on your left. Joe Starner, the trainer, was on your right. They flanked Ronnie Hassler. There's Ryan Howard. Zahn. Offensive foul against Zahn. That'll be his first. And a team fourth.
Nice defense and a good job by Keith Giannicola. You stand in there, it takes a lot of courage to take a shot like that with a 200-pounder running at you, and it doesn't feel good when you hit the deck, but to draw that foul takes special courage. Good job defensively.
Lisicki, no. Rebounded by Zahn. It's 3-on-3. Zahn keeps. Is up, and he is fouled. Personal foul will be against Cusco. Chad charged with his first personal.
You know, there's no question that Zahn will come after you. I mean, he will push the ball faster than anybody I have seen in a long, long time, sometimes to an extent where it's out of control. Zeph's trying to get back defensively, could not get there and get called for another foul.
Stelzer back in the Trojan lineup, replacing Ryan Howard. Zahn on a free throw line. Picks up his third point. 17-15, Whitehall. 3:26 remaining in the first half. Zahn picks up a pair. 17-16.
Zeph's trying to get something off that make that time. Good job by Parkland getting back.
Lisicky for three. 3 field goals, 3 3-pointers. And it gives the Zephyrs a 4-point advantage, 20-16.
Whereas he's starting to find his shooting touch as of late. 27 against Deeroff the other night, and the last half of the season has really come on.
Trojans throw it away. The Zephyrs leading 20-16 with 2:55 remaining in the first half control. Giannicola, Zoe for 3. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Matt Zoke was just outstanding the 3 games of the East Penn Conference tournament for Whitehall. And he is such a key. When he's knocking down that shot, that really gives defenses fits.
Mike, isn't this crazy? Lisicky, 3 field goals, 3 3-pointers. Zoke, 2 field goals, both of them 3-pointers. And the Trojans turn it over again.
Well, the passing now is beginning to get a little suspect for Parkland. 4 turnovers here in the second quarter after they had only 1 in the first.
Foul against the Trojans. They triple-teamed Pistol Pete that time. And let's see who gets Zahn charged with a second personal foul. Stroll out of the lineup. Jones all alone. Fifth field goal for Jones. 3 players have done all the scoring for Whitehall in a ball game. They lead by 9, 25-16.
And to this point in the quarter, 1:56 to go, Parkland has only gotten 3 shots and converted on 1.
Ball knocked out of bounds.
Well, the Zephyrs have really turned the defensive notch up a little bit. Another good job by Lisicky, knifing back, good communication.
Ritter in the lineup for Parkland. Zahn for 3. No, rebounded by Cusco. Gets it over to Zoke, quickly up front for the Zephyrs. To Lisicky. The way he's going, he's liable to fire a rainbow from there. Caught him pushing off. Caught him pushing off. Second personal foul.
Well,
1
there's
minute.
a little hand check in there, you see. And now some hand check in there.
There, right there.
Oh, boy. Tough call there. Close. Elbow did come up.
Zahn underneath to Epstein, and he has it. Second field goal for Epstein. 25-18.
Good inlet. Nice movement by Epstein. Nice little conversion with the left hand.
Cusco gets over to Matt Zoke. Lisicky. We're in a countdown. 55 seconds of running remaining here in the first half. Whitehall leading 25-18. Parkland led 12-9 at the end of the first quarter. The 3-pointers by Lisicky and Zoke brought Zephyrs not only back, but put them ahead. Cusco to Zoke.
Nobody does this better. They'll try and work it down, and then they want to get the ball to Lisicky with about 5 or 6 seconds left.
25 seconds and counting. 20. Lisicky looks at the clock. 15. Cusco, 10.
Now they look for Pete. And they go inside. Turn it over.
Here's Matt Zorn. Look out. Showtime. He is fouled. No time on a clock.
You know, Whitehall went inside that time, and Aaron Pass got away. There was not real good spacing inside. The defense collapsed, and as a result, Parkland able to come up with a turnover. The clock shows no time, but the horn is not yet sound, so the half is yet not over.
Giannicola charged with a second personal foul. Zorn, 1 field goal, 2 out of 2 from the foul line, is on the charity strive for a pair. Howard for Stelzer with 1/100th of a second remaining. That's just a guarantee Stelzer wouldn't get his third personal.
Smart move.
Yeah, Zorn
Smart move.
pops it. He is now 4 for 4. And that is the end of the half, and it is Whitehall 25, Parkland 20. We'll be right back.
C.J. Wagner, trophies, plaques, and bowling supplies.
Even if you're just thinking about buying a new car or truck, come into Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Suzuki. There are over 500 cars and trucks starting at under $7,000. Payments under $125 a month. But you must come in now. Get the car you want at the price you want at the payment you can afford. And your trade will never be worth more. At Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Suzuki. A supermarket of selection and savings under one roof. Conveniently located on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
What are you doing here at ABE Car Care Center?
Well, I'm going to get a new muffler and a state inspection. Boy, these guys do good work, and they don't charge nearly as much as some of these other guys do.
Well, it's about time you realize that. You're such a winner, Fitz, and besides that, you're cheap.
What do you mean, cheap?
Well, I heard you got short arms and deep pockets.
Well, the way that you fill out those pants, you can't even get your hands in your pockets.
Car
Care Plus at ABE Car Care Centers.
From the little leagues to the big leagues, for working out to lounging around, suit up with Russell Athletic, now available at Bethlehem Sporting Goods. Bethlehem Sporting Goods, a Russell Athletic team specialist, carries a large selection of Russell Athletic tees, shorts, and uniforms. Plus, Bethlehem Sporting Goods offers custom lettering, screening, and embroidering of group and team Russell Athletic wear. Come by today for Russell Athletic wear and all sporting goods needs at Bethlehem Sporting Goods, the team sport and trophy specialist.
At the end of the first quarter, Parkland led Whitehall 12-9, but the Zephyrs outscored the Trojans 16-8 in the second period to take a 25-20 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. Hi there once again, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady along with Mike Zambelli, all set to give you a rundown on the first half scoring and the second half action here from Bethlehem's Memorial Gym in the boys 4A semifinal game. Scoring for Whitehall in the first half, Steve Jones, the high scorer for the Zephyrs with 10 points and 5 field goals. Ronnie Hassler giving his team last-minute instructions. Jeff Clark was scoreless. Keith Giannicola scoreless. Pete Lisicki, 3 3-pointers for 9 points. Chad Cusco scoreless. Matt Zoke, 2 3-pointers for 6 points. So the line for Whitehall, 10 field goals, 5 of them 3-pointers. They were not on a foul line. That's their 25 points. And they have 9 personal fouls called against them. For Parkland High School, Matt Zahn has 6 points, a field goal, 4 out of 4 fouls, and Jimmy Stroll also has 6 with 3 field goals. Joshua Stelzer is scoreless. Ryan Howard scoreless. Greg Ritter, 1 field goal for 2. Jared Fry, a field goal for 2, and Greg Epstein, 2 field goals for 4. So the line for Parkland, 8 field goals, 4 out of 4 from the foul line for their 20, with 5 personal fouls called against them. 25-20, the halftime score. It's Whitehall over Parkland.
No, it's kind of 2 different games in that first half. The first quarter, Parkland just did a real good job committing only 1 turnover, shooting 60%. They had the lead. We went into the second quarter. They committed 4 turnovers. They shot just 2 of 6, only got 6 shot opportunities. And as a result, Whitehall was able to gain a lead. They went 6 of 8. The first half stats overall then combined, as you look at Matt Zahn, for Parkland, 8 for 16. You'll see both teams at 50%. Whitehall, a few more shot opportunities, with most of them coming in that second quarter. Well, actually, in the first quarter, they got 12 opportunities. Did not get to the free throw line where Parkland did. That's a little unusual. I'm sure Ron Hassler and the coaching staff talked about that. They do not beat themselves by letting other people convert free throws, and they don't get any. Turnovers the same, 5. I said Parkland committed 4 in that second quarter. 5 is a real good stat for them to this point in the game. If they can finish this game with 10 turnovers, they have a heck of an opportunity to win.
All right, Thursday, tomorrow at 8:30, Super Sports Basketball will have a repeat cable cast of the boys 3A District 11 basketball playoff game between Central Catholic and Tamaqua. And then at 10 o'clock, a repeat cable cast of the boys 4A District game. That is a repeat of this one, Whitehall and Parkland. And then tomorrow night, Thursday night at 11:30 p.m., you'll be able to watch a repeat telecast of the District 11 Girls 4A game between Central Catholic and Liberty, all on Super 2 Sports.
Gotta love it, wall-to-wall basketball.
All right, ready to start second half of play. Whitehall will control. They lead 25-20. Take another swig there, Ronnie. Hassler's assistants, Carl Case, Dennis Love, and Jerry Radoke as JV coach. And the second half is underway in the Zephyrs' control. Cusco to Zoke. Pass intended for Jeff Clark, knocked down and picked up by the Trojan. Joshua Stelzer gets it over to Matt Zahn. In a deep corner, Epstein lets it fly high, and he hits for 3. Epstein, third field goal, and it's a 3-pointer, and it's 25-23.
Well, yeah, Epstein has scored some points this year, 13 the first meeting to lead his team, but I think that might be the first 3-pointer we've seen him convert on.
Jones, double clutches, goes up for the shot, and he is fouled by Epstein, and that'll be Craig's first personal foul.
Boy, we got a real good look at that. Little head and shoulder fake by Jones. Watch the head go left, and then the body goes right. Another move there, and finally he gets the defense to leave the feet, and that's when you have him.
Well, they charge in a foul to Fry. Jared Fry, his first.
Jones around a 52%er from the free throw line, but boy, when he needs them, does he make them? He converted some awful big ones. East Penn Conference Tournament week against Allen and then against Easton.
Don't forget the winner of this ball game will meet Easton Saturday night. Jones, 1 out of 2. That's his 11th point in the ball game. 26-23 Whitehall over Parkland. Oh, nice pass. Shot is up and good by Epstein. 5 points here in the opening minute of play.
Jones comes up to help out. It looked like a 1-3-1 trap. Jones came up, and that created a 2-on-1. Nice job by Parkland of pushing the ball up the floor.
Jones again, 6th field goal. 28-25, Whitehall. Nice play. Traveling.
Excellent call. Excellent call. That was going to be a foul in there somewhere. Jim Haney right on top of the call. Really well done. Nice bounce pass there, but watch here. 1, 2. Yeah, that's a walk. Good call.
Clock over the timeline, picked up defensively by Joshua Stelzer. Clock, there's Joe, 6 feet out and in. Boy, this guy improved. Oh.
It's amazing. Nice screen inside by number 34, Chad Cusco. Whitehall showing good movement offensively.
Epstein for 3. Air ball. Zephyr's control. Here's Jeff Clock.
Part of the discipline I talked about for Parkland. I'm sure Coach Marsicano is not looking for that shot offensively. They did a nice job in the first half, being patient, working it inside. Look at a good movement inside now by Whitehall.
Clock gets it back out to Cusco. Clock 30-25 Whitehall. 5:40 remaining in the third period. Zoke in a paint. No. Rebounded by the Zephyrs. Here's Zahn. He's going to have to check off. But no, he powers his way to the basket. And an offensive foul. And that's his third personal foul.
Nice job by Cusco. Look at 2 Zephyrs back. Clock is back defensively. Working the feet. You play defense with your feet. I'm not sure he got in good enough position to warrant a charge there. Might have been a break for the Zephyrs. Looked like that right foot was not planted that time.
Jones goes up. Not good. Jones rebounds, follows it up. Not good. Rebounded by Epstein. Gets it over to Stelzer. Josh over the timeline. Good ball. Pass deflected. Not a bounds.
Good interior defense by Jared Fry.
5:05 remaining in the third period. 30-25 Whitehall. Trojans. Zahn for 3. No. Oh, good effort. Jared Fry goes up and has it. I'm not sure he wasn't on the baseline. 30-27.
He has great desire, great hustle. He's been a little quiet here again tonight. Only his second field goal of the night.
Cusco. Foul against Matt Zoke. A picking foul, picking off his second personal.
Foul by number 44, Zoke.
30-27, Whitehall. 4:41 remaining in the third period.
Boy, and Ron Hassler, when you make a mistake for him, you know, he did the same thing with Lisicki in the first half. He lets these guys know. A lot of offensive fouls here tonight.
Foul underneath. Dawn making move for the bucket. Can drop it, but he is fouled. And a foul will be on Steve Jones, and that's Steve's second.
Well, Jones is set here defensively. Now what happens is Zahn uses his quickness and is going to get around him. Jones cannot get over in time to draw the charge.
Zahn, 1 field goal tonight. That's all. 4 out of 4 fouls. 4 out of 5. 30-27, Whitehall. Eastern won a first game over Pottsville, 64-47. Gone now with 7 points. And the Trojans trail by 2, 30-28. Clock for Whitehall to Cusco. Zoke. Lisicki. Zoke. Oh, give and go, Lisicki. Up and in, traveling with it.
Wow, that negates a real nice play offensively.
Beautiful play.
Let's take a look and see. Lisicki even dribbled this. There's a dribble. Yeah, I guess there's a little hop and a step in there. Ref's right on top of it. Looked to be a pretty good call after looking at the replay.
Look out. Oh, boy, I thought we were having a little collision there. Lisicki, no. Jones, no. Rebounded by the Trojans, and there's a foul, backcourt, and this one will be on Chad Cusco, and it'll be his second.
Pace picking up here as Whitehall pushing it. Parkland certainly going to try to do that. And a couple of quick trips up and down the floor, but nobody producing any points out of them.
Parkland trailing 30-28. Zahn to Stelzer. Baseline, Zahn, no. Fry taps it back out to Epstein, who taps it out to Stelzer. Back to Zahn. They're going to start all over. Epstein. In the low post, they have to get it back out. Stelzer makes his move. Goes up off, and there's a blocking foul against Whitehall. And this one will be on Cusco, and that'll be the third against Chad.
Well, let's take a look now. Stelzer going to get some penetration. It's always a judgment call, and it appeared Cusco was in pretty good position that time, but it goes against him that time. I thought on the other play, the defense was more out of position than on that one.
Stelzer scoreless tonight. 5'10" sophomore.
Most difficult call to make for any official, and they will tell you that.
Well, that one registered.
Stelzer was in double figures the first meeting with these clubs with 10 points. Amazing. 2 sophomores led the way. Stelzer had 10 and Epstein had 13. Nobody else was able to get to double figures.
Stelzer can tie up the ball game. Doesn't. Rebounded, however, by the Trojans. Pass underneath. Oh, look at this. Jimmy Stroll. Did he get the field goal, Mike? They counting it?
Well, let's see.
Players are asking.
This is going to go against Cusco. And that is number 4, and now he will have to sit in favor of Giannicola. They did not score the basket.
Okay.
Foul before the basket.
Zoke gets it over to Clock. 2:55 remaining in the third period and running. Double clutch, field goal. Lisicki. That's his 4th field goal and first 2-pointer. The other 3 were trays.
That is a big, big basket. Parkland really starting to try and take control here. Lisicki answers with a great effort offensively.
Stelzer, Zahn, Fry, Epstein. Epstein comes out of traffic, is up for the shot, not good, and he was fouled.
Another team foul against Whitehall now, and that is going to put...
They're going to be in trouble,
Yes,
Mike.
yes, they are. Parkland's going to go into the bonus. Nice quick move by Epstein. Left-hander putting it on the floor with that right hand, is able to pick up another personal foul. That is team foul number 6 against Whitehall, still with 2:16 to play in the third quarter. The thing that tells me is Parkland has been real aggressive against this defense to draw those fouls.
Epstein, left-hand court.
He had 9 points the other night.
He has 10 now.
Against Allen. So 5 players the other night combined for all 83 of Parkland's points. Nobody scored coming off the bench for Parkland.
32-31, Whitehall. 2:14 remaining in the third period and running. Here's Lisicki to Zoke. Matt's going to try to set it up. Lisicki has it. 2 minutes and running. Dale Baker, the principal at Whitehall. Bob Kratzer is a very fine athletic director. Lisicki makes his move. Yes. 5th field goal for Lisicki. 34-31.
Parkland came out defensively. They were really up against the perimeter trying to come up with a steal, and Lisicki made him pay for it.
Zahn. Epstein to Stelzer to Zahn. Epstein, baseline, comes out of it. Traveling. Giannicola will inbounds, and he does for Whitehall. We have 1:15 remaining in the third period. Whitehall leading by just 3, 34-31.
Really been a funny game here tonight. We have seen some real good intensity for a couple of minutes, and then both teams, and Whitehall included, seem to fall asleep a little bit.
Zoke missed the peeper that time, and the Trojans rebound. And there's Stelzer. Joshua still scoreless from the field. I don't think he took a shot for three. Dawn, not good. Jimmy Stroger's backdoor, not good. Epstein was up, or Jared Fry, rather, and there was a whistle and a foul.
Parkland pounding away on the board.
Jones, third personal.
Epstein, Fry, and the Zeps really experiencing now some foul trouble with Jones with 3. Kusko already on the bench with 4, and Zoke has 3. So they're in a little trouble. Lisicki with 2. Clark also has 2.
Fry's first trip to the foul line. That's his 5th point, 34-32.
Boy, Parkland now at this point here, you really have to just keep taking it to the basket and stay aggressive there, because Whitehall's going to be in a position where every foul the rest of the way puts you to the free throw line, and if Parkland gets the job done at the free throw line, they're going to be in good shape.
Giannicola to clock. Lisicki, 25 seconds. Giannicola to clock.
Zoke trying to go back door there. Good defensive weak side help by Stelzer.
15 seconds. Giannicola, Lisicki, 10 seconds. Clock. 5 seconds. Lisicki lets it go. No. Rebounded by Dawn, and that's the end of the third quarter. It is Whitehall 34. Parkland 33, and we've got the right one, baby.
The game's the same. Our people make the difference. Allentown Rose Bowl, where the better people bowl. We are the Valley's most advanced full-service bowling fun center with color AS90 automatic scoring system. Check this out. Monday to Thursday, 3 to 6. 1 hour time bowling, $6. Up to 5 people per lane. Fridays, noon to 6. Or rental lane at Allentown Rose Bowl. Friday night, 11:30 to 2:30. Up to 5 people for $15. Sundays, 9 a.m. to noon, and then 9 p.m. to midnight. Rent 4 times, and the 5th one's on us at Allentown Rose Bowl.
If it's truck or van talking time in your family, we have some very good news. Lehigh Valley Ford will pencil in factory and dealer incentives as high as $4,000 on the F-Series trucks, the world's best-selling trucks, and up to $3,500 on the Aerostar, the just-right priced wagon. If you're thinking trucks or vans, put Lehigh Valley Ford on your shopping list. Over 400 cars and trucks at one location, priced from $7,300. Lehigh Valley Ford on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile, a Vinart dealership.
The wearing of the green is coming again to Service Electric Cable TV's Super 2. It's the annual Allentown St. Patrick's Day Parade, a Super 2 live exclusive. The parade kicks off at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March 15th. Super 2 will be live from the Allentown Chancery for complete coverage. Join me, Don Hunt, for the wearing of the green on Service Electric Cable TV, the Super 2.
Whether it's a Flyers showdown or a box office blockbuster, a Barkley aerial attack or an Oscar-winning performance, a late-inning Phillies rally or a showcase for a Hollywood hunt, primetime belongs to Prism. No filler, no junk, just live exclusive home team sports and uncut, uninterrupted Hollywood movies. For great primetime entertainment, 24 hours a day, just turn to Prism. Don't waste your prime time. Call your local cable company and order Prism today.
At the end of the first half, Whitehall led 25-20. The Parkland outscored the Trojans 13-9 in the third period to chop the deficit. And Whitehall leads 34-30. 35-33 after 3 quarters of play. Fourth quarter underway. Parkland control.
Shooting percentages, third quarter, Whitehall 4 of 11, 36.3%. Parkland 3 of 8, 37.5%. Each team with 3 third quarter turnovers, each team with 8 for the game.
Clock. Gets the ball up front to Giannicola. Lisicki, baseline, has it for 3. 6 field goals, 4 of them 3-pointers for Pistol Pete. 37-33 Whitehall. And a turnover. But here's Lisicki for 3 more. No. Foul against the Zephyrs.
Each time it seems Parkland is crawling back into things here. Lisicki's able to drain one. He doesn't get that one to go. You see what happened on the ensuing rebound. Zoke now picks up personal foul number 4. The Zephs in big trouble here, foul-wise.
And Jared Fry on a free throw line. Had 2 attempts tonight and hit them both. He has 2 field goals, had 1 in the first half, 1 here in the second half. His team is down by 4, 37-33. Down by 3, and he is 3 for 3.
The Zeffs have basically gone with 6-man rotation with Giannicola coming off the bench. Now he's already in the game because Cusco has 4 fouls. So if it comes down to that, we might see some new faces or people that we have not seen play in a while for Whitehall.
Fry is 6'5", junior. Cuts the deficit. Whitehall leads by 2, 37-35. We're in the 4th period. Jones, no. Fry takes the ball out of the air, gets it up front to Zorn. Does a little stutter step, goes baseline, no. Rebound, Stelzer, double clutches, and has it. Smallest man on the court picks up his first field goal, and we're tied at 37.
Well, the way things are right now with the fouls in that situation, team foul 7-2. This is absolutely Parkland's game here to win.
So picks up his 3rd field goal. That breaks the tie, and Whitehall is up 39-37. Stelzer. Dawn. Boy, Dawn must have big hands. He wraps that ball up like I do a golf ball, I guess.
Holds it like a softball, doesn't he?
Yeah. Stelzer, Dawn. Stelzer. Oh, nice play. Fry missed it. They got him the ball. The shot was there.
Exactly right. It was another good pass, something Parkland started out doing real well tonight. That one, another good pass that was able to find its mark.
Lisicki has it. 7 field goals for Lisicki. 41-37. Here's Zorn. Shot is up and good by Epstein. His 5th field goal. 41-39 Whitehall. 5:10 remaining in the ball game.
Nice dish by Zorn. Good job of getting the ball to the middle of the floor. He didn't force it that time. Parkland, a nice job of filling the lanes.
Fry clears the boards, gets it over to Zorn, wraps it around himself, and comes up outside the key. Look out, cross court high. Epstein, baseline, Stelzer, Zorn, fakes left, goes right. Substitutions, we have Jimmy Stroll coming back into the lineup. Epstein going out, and change in a Zephyr lineup. Who came in? Cusco.
Cusco is back into the game, number 34.
Foul against Stelzer, his 3rd. Here's clock. Picked up defensively by Stelzer. So, pass intended for Jones, knocked down, and a whistle and a foul.
So good by Good job by Zoke and Jones. Jones using his body to keep Fry in a position where he can't swat it away. And Zoke throwing the ball to the proper hand where Jones could do that. And if Fry does not come in there and commit that foul, Jones is going to have an easy 2 points.
Second personal on Jared Fry. Lisicki. Clock. 4:20 remaining. 41-39, Whitehall. There's clock for Zoke for 3, and he has it. Wow. He has 4 field goals. 3 of them are 3-pointers. 44-39, Whitehall.
He really seems to be the key for Whitehall's. Lisicki's going to get his big ones, but Zoke is the guy that comes up with the timely ones, just like that, stretches the margin to 5. Zoke has his game face on tonight, too. He didn't shave tonight. Got that championship look on him.
Shave. Personal foul against the Zephyrs. This will be against Jones, and that'll be Steve's 4th. 3:45 remaining in a ball game.
Boy, and if I'm Parkland, I got to kick it inside every time and force Whitehall to foul. With that situation there now, I got to look to be aggressive on each and every possession.
Ritter on a foul line for the first time. 44-40, Whitehall. 3:45 remaining in regulation. Up. Foul against Jared Fry. His 3rd.
Foul on Fry.
Obviously, the Parkland fans do not like it. A long rebound came back, and I thought Whitehall had pretty good position in there.
Zoke.
Big possession here for the Zeps. They lead by 4. They can increase it to at least 6 and maybe 7.
Look out. Oh, nice play. Lisicki. Clock. First field goal for Jeff. 46-40.
Matt Zoke makes the extra pass to Clock, who was all alone.
Whitehall leading in a ball game. 3:10 remaining. Stelzer. Ritter on a baseline. Stelzer. Low post. Stroll. A line drive stop for Jimmy. And that's his 4th field goal. He had 3 of them in the first half. 46-42, Whitehall.
Each defensive series now for Parkland important. 2:49 to play, cannot afford to just trade baskets. They have to come down and stop Whitehall defensively.
Zoke. Lisicki to Zoke. Lisicki, 2:30 and running.
5 team fouls against Parkland. They can still give one. They can still gamble in this situation.
.2:15 remaining and running. Oh, nice play.
First Whitehall turnover of the 4th quarter. 9th of the game.
Jimmy Stroll is out. Greg Epstein is in. Here's Stelzer. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. 46-42, Whitehall. Stelzer, only 1 field goal tonight. Epstein makes his move. 8 feet out. No. It's going to be a foul. And it's going to be against the Trojans.
I think they're going to get Epstein for coming over the top. So many times you see that. It's a good job by Jones of boxing out after that first one. And again, he's got to play a little tenderly in there. He's got 4 personal fouls.
And we have a timeout with 1:56 remaining in a ball game of Whitehall leading 46-42. There's Tony Marsicano.
Andy Himmelwright directing tonight with Ginny Quinn on slow-mo. Scott Richardson, the engineer. Bill Kuhar, audio. Chiron, Donnie Long. Cameraman, Jim Grell, John Walson, and Jim Benninger.
And you're looking at the Trojans. Don't forget, Friday night, we'll be down at the Kirby Fieldhouse on the Lafayette College campus, bringing you the girls' 4A game, the championship game. It'll be the Vikettes against Pocono Mountain, and the boys' championship ball game between the Vikings of Central Catholic and Southern Lehigh. Ought to be a very interesting matchup. And here's a rundown on your TV schedule. Thursday, 8:30, you'll be able to watch the Central Catholic and Tamaqua nail-biter. At 10 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday night, there'll be a repeat of this ball game, Whitehall and Parkland. And tomorrow night at 11:30, competing with Nightline, you'll be able to watch Central Catholic and Liberty Girls. No competition with Nightline.
Nightline?
Nightline? Nightline. Cusco, Chad with 4 personal fouls back in the game for the Zephyrs over to Lisicky. 1:35 remaining. 46-42 Whitehall. And nobody can control the ball better than the Zephyrs.
Well, in this situation with the personal fouls that they have, 3 guys with 4 personals, it's very good that they have this ability to run the clock, because this is the best strategy right now for sure.
Lisicky, 1:15 remaining. And the Zephyrs lead by 4.
We can't forget about Danny Himmelwright.
Who?
Master control. He'll be showing you the replays.
We're in a countdown, ladies and gentlemen. We have 55 seconds.
Well, this is where being able to control the basket. Oh, there's a steal.
Jared Fry. They're calling him for carrying the ball.
Well, let's watch it again. Keep in mind, Cusco has... Wow. Cusco has 4 personal fouls. They take it away because of the travel. See, Cusco clearly had to pull back on that play, because if he goes in there, good chance he's going to get called for one.
Timeout Parkland. Marcicano wants to talk to the officials. Now he's decided no use talking to them.
Can we get a look at that replay again on the travel, guys? Let's take a look at that. I looked up at the end of that, and certainly I did not see a travel at the end of that.
46-42 Whitehall. Don't forget, the winner of this one goes against Easton Saturday night in a 4A championship ball game. The loser of this one will meet Pottsville. Here we go.
Now, let's watch Fry. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a walk. That's a good call. He looked like he lost maybe control of the dribble a little bit, and I had just looked up there at the end. Took an extra step in there. Fans about ready to call it. Coach Fisher leaving from Phillipsburg. I guess they're convinced it's going to be Whitehall and Easton. Rematch of last year's championship game won by Whitehall. Easton will be trying to turn the tricks if that happens. We still have some time here left, 36 seconds. It's only a 4-point game. I don't know. I'm not calling this one over yet. Parkland showed that they had the ability to come out and commit the turnover or force the turnover.
Got the wrong guy in the foul line, though.
Yes, they do. Top free throw shooter on the team. Pete
First
Lisicky.
trip to the foul line tonight. Pete has 7 field goals. 4 of them are 3-pointers.
And what's really unusual is this is only the 3rd free throw attempt for the Zeffs. Pete, 83% on the year. Do not expect him to miss in this situation.
47-42. Whitehall, the East Bend Conference champions, took the court tonight with 21-6 overall record. And Lisicky picks up the pair. Dodd up front. 30 seconds. Jared Fry.
Got to be an easy 2. You go inside.
And that was by Epstein, and there's a timeout. Epstein, only a sophomore, 6'4". He's having another good night. He has 6 field goals and a pair of fouls.
He's a good basketball player.
And we have a timeout.
Well, and again, I'd stay with that. With 24 seconds to go, we have a 4-point differential. You're not going to get much resistance inside from Jones with 4 fouls, Zoke with 4 fouls, and Cusco with 4 fouls. I mean, they have to almost give you the basket. They have to try and deny you position, but once you get the ball there, you turn and deal, you're going to come up with something pretty easy, as Epstein did right there. We'll see what Parkland does as far as either playing for a steal or going to try and foul somebody. That doesn't always work against Whitehall, but they don't miss a lot from that free throw line, but we'll see how they play it. But even offensively, I'd kick it down inside and try and force Whitehall's hand.
Well, we saw the former Deeroff dandy, Ross Moore, here with his son, Matt. East Penn Conference leading scorer for the 91-92 season.
And as a matter of fact, they just got, they feel like this one's over. They're walking down the aisles across the way.
And Deeroff High School principal Mike Meilinger is here tonight. He's also on the district committee, by the way. All right, ready to go. Inbounds to Clock, and he's fouled immediately.
Clock a 63%er from the free throw line, but if you're Tony Marsicano, you have to start playing these, these kind of averages right now, and you got to hope for a miss. Your team has to do a good job of controlling the boards and then quickly get set up offensively.
48-44 Whitehall, 24 seconds remaining. Jeff Clock on a foul line for the first time tonight. Jeff has one field goal, and he picked that up here in the second half. This is a 1-and-1.
Big one coming up.
49-44. Yes. Boy, both teams hitting fouls tonight. 50-44, and the clock is running. 22 seconds. Zorn is up. High, not good. Rebound, Jared Fry. Turns around, lets it fly. Not good. Rebound. Follow-up shot is not good by Epstein. Long pass up to Jones. He loses it to Jared Fry. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Jared lets it go. That's the basketball game. Whitehall wins it 50-44.
Well, believe it or not, it's the identical score from the first meeting. Whitehall winning 50-44. It's the same numbers. I'll tell you, this one here, this was not pretty, but it's a win for Whitehall. They will advance and move on into the District 11 championship game in a rematch of last year's game, a rematch of last year's East Penn Conference game, a rematch of this year's East Penn Conference game. And at this point right now, Easton holds a 2-to-1 advantage in those games. Or no, excuse me, Whitehall holds a 2-to-1 advantage in those games. Whitehall winning the district last year, losing the East Penn Conference last year, but winning the East Penn Conference this year. So Whitehall's 2-1. Coach Fogel, how are you? Good to see you. Former coach at Nazareth, taking in some basketball action here tonight, but back to this rivalry, which this is starting to be. I mean, that's the championship games anymore, and last year Whitehall winning the District 11 championship, and Coach Hassler will go for 4 straight, and Whitehall will try and join Deeroff in the 60s and Copley in the late 40s, early 50s is the only school to win 4 straight district championships. For Parkland, Tony Marsicano, not the end of the road. They will be taking on Pottsville in a site to be determined. They will either use Martz Hall or Kirby Fieldhouse at Lafayette. For you Parkland followers, you will have to, check the paper and find out where that game will be played. It will be played sometime on Saturday. Might be Saturday afternoon or whatever, but you'll have to check with that one. Saturday's final, again, we're not real sure where that will be. I would doubt if they would take it up to Pottsville. I'm sure it would be at Lafayette sometime Saturday night. I think they just made that announcement. Okay, they didn't give it time. The game will be at Lafayette. It will be Saturday night. I will be assuming maybe somewhere around 8 o'clock will probably be the nightcap. But John, Easton and Whitehall, championship in the league this year, championship in the league last year, championship for districts last year, and again this year. So these are obviously the 2 programs. And, the one thing I really find ironic, the last 2 years for Whitehall have supposed to have been rebuilding years. They have won 1 East Penn Conference championship, 1 district championship, and have an opportunity to win another to make it 4 in a row.
They don't rebuild, they just reload over there.
It certainly seems to be that way.
At the end of the first quarter, Parkland led 12-9. Whitehall outscored the Trojans 16-8 in the second period to take a 25-20 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. After the intermission, Trojans came out running. They outscored Whitehall 13-9. to chop the deficit, but Whitehall still led 34-33 after 3 quarters of play. And the 4th quarter belonged to the Zephyrs as they outscored Parkland 16-11 to win the ball game 50-44. Individual scoring honors for Whitehall went to Pete Lisicki, who had 20 points, 7 field goals. 4 of them were 3-pointers, 2 out of 2 from the foul line. Jeff Clark a field goal, 2 out of 2 fouls for 4. Chad Cusco scoreless. Matt Zote 4 field goals, 3 of them 3-pointers for 11. And Steve Jones another good night, 7 field goals, 1 out of 2 fouls for 15. So the line for Whitehall, 19 field goals, including 7 3-pointers, 5 out of 6 from the foul line for their 50. They had 18 personal fouls called against them. High score for Parkland was Greg Epstein with 15 points, 6 field goals, 1 of them a 3-pointer and 2 out of 2 from the foul line. Matt Zorn just 1 field goal tonight, 5 out of 6 from the foul line for 7. Joshua Stelzer a field goal, 1 out of 2 fouls for 3. Greg Ritter field goal, 1 out of 2 fouls for 3. Jared Fry 2 field goals, 4 out of 4 fouls for 8. And Jimmy Stroll 4 field goals for 8. So the line for Parkland was 15 field goals, 1 of them a 3-pointer, 13 out of 16 from the foul line for their 44. They had 10 personal fouls called against them. Game number 1 tonight, Easton defeated Pottsville 64-47. And in game number 2 was Whitehall 50, Parkland 44. So in a consolation game, it'll be Parkland going against Pottsville. And the championship ball game, it'll be the East Bend Conference champion Whitehall team meeting the team they defeated for the East Bend Conference championship, Easton. That'll be Saturday night. So on behalf of our fine technical crew, my sidekick Mike Zambelli, I'm Johnny Dady saying good night from Bethlehem's Memorial Gym, and a salute to the Zephyrs from Whitehall because of their 50-44 win over Parkland. This has been a Super 2 sports presentation. Good night, everybody.
There's 3 of them now.
Yeah, well, these are